Hello there, I'm the Base Manager and welcome to Factory Town, a game that we already featured on this channel while it was on beta, but a few months ago it released into 1.0 and I've been eager to give it a try since then. And I didn't have the time right then, but now I think I do. We are going to go for a custom map. I like campaigns, objectives, it's not really my thing. What I really like is the true sandbox experience, but the true sandbox experience in this game is in customs, not in sandbox. But yeah. Now, this first map that the game generated for us, it's a little bit too mountainous. I don't like those things. Mountains in this game, it's like, no. Okay? No. So, let's edit our map to suit our needs. I first want an infinite map, obviously. When it comes to biomes, yeah, we can start in there. Available biomes. I want to have all the biomes except if we can see, I believe it's this. I have foothills, Grand Canyon. And we're going to leave the Grand Canyon. We're just going to remove the high foothills. That should remove a little bit of the mountain ranges around this place. I'm pretty sure there is... let's see if there is mountains and lakes. Yeah, let's remove that. I really don't like mountains too much in this game. It's a pain to deal with. Now, let's randomize a little bit... Ooh. Okay. Apparently I'm not going to have to randomize too much. The game already presented us a very, very good map. What do I look in the early game map, right? Because this is the first chunk that we are going to have available to us. We'll be able to unlock more of the map, but I'm pretty sure we are going to spawn in here. The things that I want is a relatively flat area, which we have stone, food, and wood. These resources are paramount for the early game, and having them available close to the spawning area, it's very, very important. Now, the rest. Resources, yeah, whatever. Resources can stay default. I mean, everything else can stay default. Default, yeah. Everything else is going to be default other than just remove a little bit of the mountains. Let's start the game. Oh! Oh, neat. Okay, so clearly there has been a few changes. The workers now don't look all the same. There is a few changes, and that pleases me. Okay, but without further ado, let's take a look at the things that we have available to us. We don't have a lot for now, but that is going to change. Okay, so... how much resources do we have? We have 10 resources, 10 wood. That's nothing. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to collect some wood to start, to start this series. Wood is an extremely useful resource, as you might imagine. We are going to use it to build the lumber mill, which is going to turn wood into planks, and we are going to use said planks to build other things. And wood is also important, if I recall, to build footpath. Pretty much you need to connect your houses to your town center. Without wood, that is not happening, right? Okay, so let's take a look. We should be building our houses within this area of influence, if I recall correctly. So let's take a look. Let's start by building them over here. We can deconstruct them later if we so want to, but for now, this is going to it's going to be fine. Wait a moment, please. Usually these 4 paths that you have right there, these are going to be your main traveling areas, so it's not a bad idea to pretty much triple road this area, right? But for now we are not going to waste the resources. I'm just going to put one down so that future me remembers it. Yeah, so let's... Oh, it's not a town center, dummy. It's an house, okay? So let's put a few houses right there. Uh-huh. Then we need to deliver food to these houses in order to create coins, and coins are used to create workers. Right now we have a limit of 12 workers and we have 20 coins, which means we can create 4 workers, right? These 4 workers are going to collect food and they are going to deliver them to the house. You can just click in one house. Once this house needs has been fulfilled, the workers are going to deliver the carrots into the other houses. And as we can see, as they deliver the carrots, we get a few coins, which we are going to use to hire more workers. Okay, so now that we have a few coins in our bank account, we are going to use those coins to hire 2 more workers. However, these 2 workers are not going to work the food, they are going to work the stone. We need wood and stone to build several things, like for example the lumber mill, the basic resource production facility. And yeah, we're going to need some stone. It's not a lot, so we don't need a lot of workers working the stone. 2 should be more than enough, and yeah, we already accumulated a good amount of wood, which means we can build more paths. For now, we are going to have some industrial buildings within this area of influence. However, the objective is to move them outside of this area and fill it up with just houses and markets and stuff like that. But yeah, for now, we have no other choice as our resources are somewhat limited. So we are... where is the lumber mill? It's right there. We are going to put it like halfway between the wood and the town center, right? Now we need to select a recipe. That recipe is going to be planks for now, as planks are the next resource that we are going to need, right? However, we need to supply the resources to this place, and in order to do that, we can use workers. Now, I'm going to select one of these. I'm going to remove the order that she had, and I'm going to tell her, collect wood, deliver it to the lumber mill. And now, as we can see on the output part, we have planks. Planks also need to be delivered to the town center in order to be used, either the town center or a yeah, I don't recall. I believe it is a cellar. Well, it is a warehouse facility, right? Now, we are going to remove one of these 4 workers from food delivery services, and we are going to put it on this and drop it off right there. And this worker is going to now take care of moving these planks from the lumber mill into the town center. Now, my friends, we are going to remove another worker from food delivery services. I believe 2 workers for now is going to be more than enough. As we can see, this one is stalling. There is nowhere to deliver that item. And what we are going to do, we are going to increase this path so it stays permanent. Let's see. Now, I kind of want to remove this house from here. This house is not very well placed. We can do that with the move tool, and we are going to put it right there. In fact, I'm even going to do this simply for symmetry's sake. Now, these houses are level 1. We can only build 4 houses, and which means we are almost close to the worker capacity. And in order to upgrade our town center, we need 8 houses, right? But that's the houses plus any upgrades they might get. How do you upgrade houses? Well, you deliver them materials. In this case, I believe it is planks that upgrades them to the next level. Let's see. Okay, things have changed a little bit apparently. We no longer need to deliver the specific materials required to upgrade the house. We need to give them experience, apparently. Interesting. Sure thing, I suppose. What is this? Oh, okay, so if you press those things, you unlock new stuff. Okay, so apparently we just unlocked the food market, the school, very important to do research, the general store, where you deliver stuff like planks, nails, stones, And a few other things: woodworking, basic logistics, grain processing. Okay, so we have unlocked a bunch of stuff. What happens if I press that? Capacity plus 4. Ah, so now we can build more houses. Interesting. Okay, so like I said, things have changed. And we will have to learn a few things all over again. In any case, we now have unlocked a few extra things. We now have the school available to us, the general store, food market, and a bunch of other things, like more houses. And houses are important because, well, you need them for workers. And right now we have to go brute force, which means just like workers going all over the place, doing their jobs. And for that we need more of them. Let's hire more workers so that we can speed up the plank production. Let's go like this. And let's see, let's try 3 workers for now. Once we have chutes, we will be able to reduce the amount of workers doing this, but for now, these will have to do. This other worker, what she can do is actually go grab some wheat and deliver them to the houses. That will give them 2 different types of foods, which according to this status report is one of the things that gives them experience for them to level up. As you can see, some houses have already leveled up. This one is level 2, this one is level 1. We can see they are slightly different. And as they level up, they give us more worker capacity. And now we can even upgrade the town center, because even though we have 6 houses, these are level 2 and therefore they count twice for the upgrades. So how about we do just that? Town center upgraded to level 2. And freaking tastic. Alright, so because we have unlocked a bunch of stuff, my friends, we can now move into research. So, if things are still the way I remember them to be, let's take a look at our plank production. It's going well. It's going well. Okay, let's add one more worker over here to offload those planks quicker. You will probably stop right now. We no longer need you to do that. We already leveled up. They can wait a little bit until we have all the markets available. Just go and do this, okay? We need to accumulate those planks anyway to build the school. For now we are going to build the school right there, but then we are going to move it away from this area. Although, as I can see, there is an area of influence as well around this school, huh? Okay, so apparently schools probably provide some morale bonus or something like that. We are going to assume that to be the case. So, let's put the school right there, and probably leave it right there. Now, how do you do research in this game? You need research materials. Right now, we cannot create any of the advanced stuff. We can create paper. Papers are actually created in the lumber mill. If you come over here, you can see. It takes 1 wood, 1 water to create a couple of paper. Now, one thing that you can do is, let's go into the build menu, select our lumber mill. If I put it right there, as you can see, in here is green, in here is blue. When it is blue, it means it's next to water, and that means it can siphon off water by itself without worker interaction, which is fantastic. Another thing that you can do, if you don't have access to water, is using a well, but at this stage it would require a worker interaction, so we want to avoid that. Let's create papers. Let's select one of these dudes, not you. Not you. Can I select you? Thank you. Come here. You. Chop wood, bring wood to there, and you, come here. You bring paper there. Okay. Fantastic, and that means that now we have paper production being delivered to our schools. Now, this is going to be excruciatingly slow. Okay, let's build a road right there to help them out a little bit. But the first thing I want to research, let's see if I can find the research thingy, it's this, the chute. It requires woodworking. Okay, so we need to do this one first. Okay, so let's do woodworking so that we can build chutes. Chutes are the first logistic thingy that you get in the game, and they are very useful. You'll be using them until the very late game, so the sooner we can unlock them, the faster we can progress through the game. And there we go, we now have the points to do general research. General research point, Jesus. Now we do have the general research points to do woodworking. Fan-freaking-tastic! We now have the barn. Yeah, it's the barn, the building that I was thinking about earlier. This is a storage building. Workshop creates more advanced items. For now we are going to leave the workshop behind, as we want this thing. We want the chute. And for that we are going to wait until we get a few more research points. Because once we get that, we can start speeding up a few things. And there we go, chutes are now unlocked. Chutes are very useful things, but they cost, I believe it is planks to build? Yes, they cost planks to build. But don't worry about that. Now, you can use chutes to pretty much roll stuff into buildings. Like for example, these guys are delivering the wood manually, right? How about you don't do that? How about you deliver that to the chute? Select you select that, and you put right there. Amazing. But now, you can only do this for stuff that rolls, okay? Planks, if you think about it, they don't roll, right? If they don't roll, well, then you cannot put them in a chute. You need a conveyor for them, and you are delivering that stuff over there. That's fine. And now, just take a look at how much quicker the input goes. Yeah, I can see that I probably have one guy too many over here, but that is about to change, because now we have always resources available to produce planks. So, as we can see, even though they stall a little bit, they go... the second the other guy gets in there, the plank is already ready. Cool! So now we are producing planks much quicker. So we can actually do the same over here. So if I recall correctly, I have two guys working the wood. But because there is, you know, such close proximity, there is not even a point on doing that, at least for now. But I'm going to take one of you, and for now you are going to deliver to the town center so that we have resources available to us. Now, I'm not going to put a chute right there in the middle, because chutes block mobility, okay? Your guys have to go around the chute. So if you put one right there, you're pretty much blocking access from one side to the other. That's why the town center only works as a storage facility in the very early game. After that you want to input your stuff into barns, and if it is inside of a barn, it's going to show up in here and you can use it to build other things. But oh well, my friends, research is not the only thing that we have available to us now, is it? We have also unlocked the market, a very important building for you to have. So let's go over here. Food market. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's put the entrance right there. So the way I usually like to do things is I like to put them right there, and the other one right there. We are not going to use them, but I'm going to place them anyway. We are going to leave this part empty, because we are going to put conveyors and chutes and stuff like that. And then the remaining of materials, we are going to deliver them via wagon, caravan, cart, whatever we can get our hands on. Right now, our hands is just workers. So these guys that are working the carrots are going to deliver the carrots to the market instead of doing the Amazon delivery prime into the houses. People will have to stop being lazy and go get their stuff by themselves. And that means that you will no longer pick up that stuff and put it over there, please. And as they deliver the stuff to the market, as you can see, the market sells the stuff into the houses, which is pretty cool. It centralizes the food distribution in one place. The same can be said for materials, such as planks, stones, nails, wheels. All of that can be sold in the general store. Okay, so right now we have 3 delivery buildings set up: the school, the general store, and the food market. And as we were building a few things, we have unlocked more research points. So how about we take a look at what can we do? Can we do farming? We need tech level 3. To do tech level 3, we need stone bricks and wood wheels. Both of the... no, one is made in the stonemason and the other one is made in the workshop. We probably are going to need the masonry upgrade to get the stonemason, so how about we do that right now? Stonemason unlocked. By the way, what do you need for yeah, farming ticks. Level 3, dum-dum. We also have the wood conveyor belt, but I think we are going to skip this one and go straight into cloth conveyor belts if we can. If we can't, then we'll use them. But in any case, we now have the workshop and the stone mason. The workshop can convert planks. Let's put it one right there so that we can see the recipes. We can move that building later, don't worry. So, in here, we can make cloth. We can make books. Books are research material, by the way. But right now we don't have access to leather because we don't have the pasture, because we don't have the farming. So that is out of the question. I mean, we could use cloth, but once again, we cannot make any farms, and these resources right there, they are limited. They will go away if we consume them. However, if you put a farm in their vicinity, they will be renewable, right? So it is not a renewable source of books, but if you want to speed up the research project, which we don't need, you can do it that way. In any case, what we need is wood wheels, and those take planks. Luckily for us, we are producing those, and we have a bunch of them. Right now I'm just going to put it right there. We are going to move this building later because we are going to need the space for more houses. But this is the closest spot that we have to our workshop, and given that we are using brute force tactics, mobility is actually quite important. So, I want you to pick up planks and drop them off by the workshop, please. By the way, let's take a look at our resources. We have 3 people on wood, which means you are going to stop being on wood, you are going to pick up the wheels, and you are going to drop them off by the town center. So yeah, please do that. And as you can see, we are now accumulating wheels, which are going to give us the stuff that we need to level up. But now we also need to take care of the masonry. Stonemason, we'll do exactly the same thing. Select recipe. No, the stonemason will have to be moved a little bit because we need to set up more houses. So let's go right there, and let's set up more houses right now. Let's go into paths, and let's give it 1 row of space. More housing, please. Apparently people want to come and live in our city, so how about we provide them a place for them to do so. And now we have unlocked more workers, which we desperately need. You pick up the stone, deliver it to over there. Wait, I need to select the recipe first. Stone bricks. You pick up stone, deliver, and you pick up polished stone and deliver it over there. It's not a polished stone, it's a cut stone, or a stone brick in this case. Pick it up, drop it off. Alright, so now all we need to do is accumulate a little bit of those resources, and we'll be able to unlock tech level 3. So I would say let's wait a little bit for that to happen. We don't need to accumulate a lot, so... And here we go, my friends. We have the resources available to level up to tech level 3. We now can unlock farming, which is of the utmost importance. Let's go in here. Oh no, it costs 100 yellow coins. Of course it does. Of course it does. Now, why is farming so important, you might ask? Well, farming is where you are going to get most of your yellow coins. Yellow coins are pretty much the basic currency, and you want to have a bunch of them. But while we wait on that, let's take a look at the resources that we have available to us. I'm pretty sure that we cannot plant anything. Or maybe we can. Okay, after we unlock farming, apparently we can straight away plant the whatever resource we want, but they usually cost money. If you can, it is a good idea to start by exploiting the resources around you. We have grain, potatoes and some carrots, and I'm taking into consideration resources outside of our area of influence, as we don't want to use this space for farming. At least right now. I mean, we could technically put a farm right there. It would benefit from the happiness bonus. Buildings outside of your area of influence do not benefit from happiness bonus, and happiness is an excellent way to boost your production. But at the same time, your space is limited and you want to cram as many houses as you can in a tiny little space. So, you know, there is pros and cons in approaching things, and eventually you are going to have so much production you're not going to put it all inside of your area of influence, so you better just, you know, live without the happiness bonus. But in any case, once I have the coins, I'm going to unlock farming, and we are going to exploit this grain right there. Grain can then be turned into... We don't have that building available to us, but we do have the grain processing. In the food mill, you can transform a grain into flour, which is a more expensive item. If you go over here, grain net you 1 coin per item. However, you can convert that grain into flour, which will give you 4 coins. And as you can see over there, it takes 3 grain to make 1 flour, which means you are essentially making 1 extra coin by processing those resources. Okay, so now we do have the coin required to make farming available to us. Let's go. Let's unlock the farming, and we also unlock the animal pasture. Now, my friends, whatever. Right now, we are going to do something a little bit clunky, but it is for the best. What we are going to do, we are going to grab a farm, and we are going to put it right there. Farms you can see the area of influence of the farm. There is like that square, which means the farm is going to quote-unquote mine these resources, right? Could you please go away? Thank you. Kinda want to put... Could you please go away again? Really? Thank you. I kinda want to put my farm over here. I know that you guys are busy with that thing and all, but please, okay? Thank you. Now let's just connect this so that we get the happiness bonus. As we can see right there, we have now an happiness bonus of 16, which gives us a 10% work power. We are going to... Oh, forgot one thing. We don't have water supply nor fertilization, which means that this is going to grow slowly, but that's fine, at least for now. But yeah, what are we going to do, you might ask? Well, we are going to have to transport the grain from here to here. But, well, these things are not exactly located in the best of places. This farm is going to go away, eventually. But right now, what we can do is using the scaffolding. We can go like this. So, as far as I am aware, you need 2 tiles for the workers to pass through, which means that on the 3rd tile, well, you'll no longer have a problem, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the worker is going. And I'm pretty sure that we can go like this. Oh, yes, we can. Fan-freaking-tastic. By using height to our advantage, we can now transport the grain. There we go. Let's try to go like so, right? We can transport the grain to the food market. So let's go 1, 2, 3, connect it like so, and then go like so. And as we can see, the grain gets harvested and sent into the marketplace, and that means we are making coin much quicker. And now we grab this worker, we let the worker deliver the package, and then bye-bye. One less worker to worry about. Now, I'm still going to leave these workers collecting carrots for now, so that we have a little bit more gold production. But with this, we can see the coins are rapidly increasing, and now we have enough coins to make grain processing, so that we can turn the grain into flour. But that's something for future me to do. Now that we have unlocked the chutes, we'll be able to pretty much start speeding up the delivery process of materials and foods, and eventually we'll have enough coins to start flattening out this area where I'm going to put my proper farming area. But for now, we'll have to make do with what we have. Now, let's take a look at our research. I would really like to get... what do we get for this one? That's not what I want. I want this one. What do we need for this one? Intermediary logistics. Okay, what do we need for intermediary logistics? We need only basic logistics. We can do that, so let's do basic logistics first. There we go. That will unlock the wooden railway, the wooden belts. Here they are. Which I suppose that we will have to take a look at that eventually. Because we are going to need a bunch of red coins. And as we know, red coins are made in the general store, so how about we set that up before the end of the episode? We just need to find a few willing bodies to deliver the goods from the town center to the general store. Or, what we can do is something not super smart, but why not? Right? I'm pretty sure stones go down the chute, so we go like this. We select the resources in the grabber, we go over there, stone brick. Let's see, can bricks be delivered via chute? We need to do, how should I put it? I need to do a corner over here, and that's, like, easier said than done. So let's go like this. Okay, so we have a corner there. However, we are going to have to put a grabber manually, because the game does not put it automatically. I believe it is right there. Grabber. Okay, thank you. Once again, grabber. We grab. Let's see. Can you shoot this? I don't remember if you can. No, you cannot. Also, this is going up. Yeah, whatever. Apparently the chute could not get that, and even if it could, it was not going to go up. It can only go down, right? So let's remove this. How many tiles are you there? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Let's remove that, that. And let's try to see if there is something else that we can grab that we could sell over there for red coins. From the stuff that I see over here, the only thing we could shoot would be the cotton. So, I suppose this idea is out without effect. We'll have to do some brute force tactics on this one. Okay, okay. It was worth giving a try, right? Alright, so we are going to use a worker to pick up the bricks and drop them off over there, and you can pick up the wheels and drop them off over there. Now, one thing that we could do is use wagons. Wagons are the second tier of workers. Wagons can carry 4 resources instead of 1. This is quite useful. For example, let's build one. Let's go right there. You are delivering paper. You are no longer delivering paper, nor are you. From now on, the paper is going to be delivered by the wagon. I'm not going to use a wagon right there because it would deplete the resources too quickly, and we want to keep some resources for ourselves. As we could see, the wagon uses wheels and planks, and we don't want to use all those resources very quickly. But at the same time, we want to sell a little bit of that stuff and create some red coins, as we are going to need them to create logistics stuff. And with all these changes, we can now upgrade our population level once again. There we go, we now have the capacity of building 4 more houses. But I think I'm going to leave that for a future episode, my friends. I think we already progressed enough in this episode, and next time we are going to be working on logistics, maybe unlocking those belts so that we can actually start producing some serious stuff much quicker without having a bunch of people running all over the place, banging their heads against each other, as they cannot see what they are going, where they are going, because they are carrying so much stuff. poor workers, we are abusing them, and we must give them better working conditions. But with all of that said, my friends, I hope that you have enjoyed this episode, and hopefully you will enjoy other episodes yet to come. And so, I hope that you consider subscribing to help the channel grow. But in the meantime, this is the Base Manager signing out. Bye bye!